Okay, so to begin with, time travel is a very important part of sci-fi because there's so many different types of time travel. But before we can even get into the depths of what time travel is, we need to know what time travel is. The concept of time travel is the movement between certain points in history, usually taken by an object or person, and it could be not only between time but different points in space. And usually the person or object uses the help of a hypothetical device known as a time machine to help with their journey. There are four different types of time travel in this category, which are seeing the future, traveling to the past, or a time loop. There's also different types of different other categories, such as the butterfly effect, an alternate future, or a continuous future. To start off, seeing the future is the first part of time travel, and seeing the future can relate to either when people or information travel through different time, which is known as prophecies, different stories of inedible foresight, or when the future is seen but can't be stopped in any way. Some of these examples of seeing the future can be it happened tomorrow, early edition, the lake house, or frequency. Inevitable foresight is a different type of theme for seeing the future, such as in the play Oedipus Rex, where the titular king is warned by the seer Tyrus that he will murder his father and wood his mother, and despite his best efforts to the contrary, he ends up inevitably just doing that. These types of stories about time travel play on one of our biggest fears, that we have no free will and that we can't control our fate. That even if we see the future, that only causes the events to happen if you try to prevent them. For example, Philip K. Dick wrote the novel Minority Report, a story very similar to Oedipus Rex. It features a trio of precogs who dreams of future murderers and a cop assigned to prevent such killings until he finds himself accused of one himself. Time travel can be used in many different ways, especially in this type of story, where it can be seen but it can't be stopped, or sometimes where even your worst fear becomes what you are. Some more examples of seeing the future are other stories of seeing the future treat alternating timeline as quite inevitable. In fact, the very act of viewing what's ahead empowers the individual to change things to prevent the foreseen events to come to pass. They're able to see different points in the future and are able to change that with just one simple event that happens before that time. That's how early edition worked, with Kyla Chandler giving the thankless daily task for averting tragedies only he could foresee. When moving on to the next category, which is traveling in the future. The future feels so unknowable, it often ends up being less interesting than what we'd expect. That's why some traveling to the future stories make our present for the future characters. H.G. Wells' The Time Machine is about a man zipping off into the distant future. He encounters a world completely disconnected from our own, leaving him from beyond bewilderment. This is different from seeing the future, whereas if you actually go into that time, instead of just seeing it and not being able to do anything, you actually are able to live during this time. In the other, in the opposite, which is traveling to the past, a big movie related to this is Back to the Future. The concept of traveling to the past, there are two exist timelines theories. One where the future is inevitable, and no matter what changes, the timeline stays the same. The future is inevitable. No matter what you try to do, it can't be changed, and that's it's done inside, and nothing else can happen. If you grapple with the question, can we alter the past, and by implication, can we alter our own present? Which breaks the category down into two distinct groups. Time travel to the past changes the future. Certain events have certain effects. Example: Back to the Future. In Back to the Future, Marty McFly travels back and messes things up, so he must travel back to fix it. Basically, they time travel to the past and alter the present they left behind. And as we said in the beginning, you are using some type of time machine, and in this case, it's a car. Traveling to the past has different effects, or has different names, such as butterfly effects. They're almost always negative and always come out in a bad way. Mostly villains who always try to change the past, or the protagonist who all does it by mistake. All of which points to the fact that, on some profound level, as much as our minds love playing with the possibilities of altering the timeline, we are deeply attached to the ones we have, and innately suspicious of any effort to correct it, morally conflicted. stories where characters find themselves fundamentally incapable of altering history regardless of their level of intervention. Another example, which is Endgame. In Endgame, there are certain travel rules in space. The adventurers travel through various points in history to steal the Infinity Stones in order to attempt to defeat Thanos and bring back the ones who disappeared in the snap. As seen in the movie, doing so, history will heal itself and preserve the timeline, so although the past was altered, the present they leave behind stays the same. There's also a different point in the movie where Ant-Man goes through a time warp and he gets stuck in an alternate dimension where time goes slower than what the real world does. So like let's say 5 years in our time is 5 hours in the time warp time, which can affect different things and can affect different how like different events go through on. Branching timelines. In the realm of traveling to the past, there exists a possibility of alternate timelines. Branching timelines explores the idea that every decision you make makes effects in certain timelines. You control your future based on the idea of will of your fate. Even if you mess up one tiny little aspect of the current time, could lead to like an ultimate tragedy in the next 5 years. An example of this is that in Loki, the TV show, there is a very strict set of time travel rules. There exists a sacred timeline where things are predetermined for you. The possibility of branching exists and present but regulated by their own frictional time variance association. The TVA attempts to preserve the timeline, and when so-called variants disrupt the timeline by making their original timeline, they are removed, and branching timeline is completely erased. Luke plays on both aspects of the controversial theme as fate versus will. Time loops. Time loops are another yet of time travel gimmick, where one character is stuck reliving the same day. Most literature and movies that use time loops are attempting to convey one same theme. Life doesn't change until you change. Character is basically trapped in time until they figure out what to do in order to break the loop, which usually ends up being some important life-changing moral lesson. These stories, for all their far-flung leaps through space and time, are ultimately about how, if we want to change our lived reality, if we need to start with ourselves. An example for this is Happy Birthday to You, which is the sequel of another movie, where the main character gets stuck on her birthday and she keeps reliving the same day over and over again, being killed by an unknown person. And until she can figure out who it is and make it stop, she keeps going over and over again. And she spends every that same day trying to stop the killer or figure out who it is or what she has to do in order to fix it. Some of the examples are Happy Death Day. By the end of Happy Death Day, we're none the wiser as to how the time got caught Tree Gelman ensnared weekend ended. It just kind of happened for the length of a major feature film, and then ended when Tree became a better person. Killing her would be a salient, which left Happy Death Day to you to explain that the reason Tree was looping through her own birthday, and then left a parallel universe version on the same day, which is because of a faulty science project. Groundhog Day is another example, which is a plot and the character is caught in a time loop, doomed to repeat a period of time, often exactly one day over and over, until something is corrected. Usually that one character or group of characters realizes what's going on or has an odd sense of deja vu, when everything or everyone else goes undergo a complete snapback. If not interfered with, nothing will do the exact same things every time, right down to dialogue. Everything will just repeat itself until they can figure out exactly what they have to do or what has to be fixed until they can stop it. Another example of time travel could be paradoxes. A common time travel paradox is the existence of two of the same people at the same point in time. When the past happened the first time, was the future you who time traveled back always there? Certain loopholes are created to get out of this paradox, such as the change in memory of present time traveling you. This this dilemma can also cause like major problems when it goes to like different points in future, when like, oh yeah, did the other you cause this to happen, or was it just you, or was the other person there to experience you doing this? Different types of time travel can be a linear timeline, when it shows a picture of events as they occurred in a certain period, which use a linear timeline for one subject, a time frame. A linear timeline can be written horizontally to show different points in time, or obviously to show different points in time, but morally to show when exactly things happened or why things happened or what could have led to that thing. Fate versus free will, like we said in Loki. Fate is no matter how much you try to change your past, your actions will always lead to the destined outcome. Free will is that you can always change your destiny. Free will can create many different outcomes to choose from. It's two very opposite things going head to head and to see which one comes out the winner and what happens in the future. Some of these examples are some loopholes are created where if you present you were to meet your past self, your past self's memory will be altered to include the fact that you met your future self in the past. Another loophole created is the one which includes the previous theory of alternate realities and branching timelines, where you would not be able to affect your own timeline, but the effects in your actions would create a separate timeline for the very yourself that just met their future self. A bizarre loophole created to prevent such a paradox is known in an episode of the show Rick and Morty, where time was frozen for 6 months. So basically, it was a sort of time travel in the past, when time was unfrozen. Summer and Morty could not touch anyone for a while, or the paradox would ensue, and it did, where reality was split in half. A reflection for time travel is that there's 4 different time travel in sci-fi's: foreseeing the future, traveling to the past, or time loops.